Okay, receiver types. Reading the book, there are basically two different types of receivers in general, but there are four types and variations. He lists four types and the variations, and I do have one of each. So we'll start with the original M91, which some of these guns were an M91 type modified, and until the 30s they used the first feature. There's only three key features, which is up here, is be your hex or round receiver, meaning this. The older guns had these flat sides, hexagon or polygon, whatever, and it's just the way they manufactured the gun. That's feature one. Feature two is this scalloped out area here, right here, which will vary. And this is what gives you four of the two different types of receivers, is the variance here. And I do have an example of each. Third feature is up here where the stripper clip goes. The clip guard is squared, kind of a squarish. And this is an Imperial manufactured rifle. So you got your hex receiver, scallop, squared thing. This here is communist era, 1925, and instead of Imperial it has the hex, the scallop, and the squared, fairly squared clip guard. Now starting in 1944, or 38 or whatever, when they made yeah, it'd probably be 30. They use, you'll find 9130s with hex receivers because they probably use what they had on stock. But the second type is what is called the round receiver. And you can see the difference here. The squared sides were eliminated and it was just milled round. Okay, feature one. That's the big difference. And that's what you'll find in these guns is, you know, obvious. They'll call them hex or round receivers. The scallop is still the same, more or less, as on the old one. Basically a big thing. And the third feature, they kind of round it off. It's not as pronounced and squared and high. You know, this is kind of like a high machining. They kind of, you know, just run the cutter and round it off the clip guard. There's still a notch in there, but it's not this high type here. So that's your type 1, and type 2 is the round receiver. Now there's a variant on the round receiver. I'm trying to leave this here. It's kind of hard to do this, just two hands. And I have the other variant. And what it is, it's a round receiver, but that scallop that you see was in there, it's a machine cut. Well, it was shortened. They just put a small flat on there. You know, and they vary from degree to degree, and, you know, rounded clip guard. But this is the main variance, is this cut here was eliminated starting in 42. And you can see the machine marks are a lot heavier. They weren't getting into making a finish cut or worrying about it. They were just getting these guns out as fast as they can. And this will be your type 3 receiver. Is one that had this shorter cutout other than the old traditional full machine cut. And what that is, that's just eliminating a machining step. So this is what he calls a type 3 round receiver. And the final and last one is a type 4, and it is only on the Polish carbines. And basically what it is, it's a round receiver. And there's something about this cut that he gives it a, you know, it's all kind of like a mass production. There's something about this flat that is not the same. Yeah, this is more just like a little dished out thing. Where this here is an actual more pronounced angle. You see, this is a deeper, more pronounced, where this is kind of just a cut to lighten the receiver, a little bit more of a scallop here, and this is more of a pronounced, deeper cut. that goes down to the stock line. And that will make your Type 4 receiver. So basically that kind of covers the 4 receiver variations which I have here in this collection. And basically if anyone refers, or in this book refers to a Type 1, 2, or 3, as he shows here, that's what we're talking about. You know, and that covers all your receiver variations.